Celtic Gladiator presents 3 lots of 5-minute rounds of professional MMA in the lightweight division. Introducing in the blue corner, weighing in at 70 kilograms with a record of no wins and 2 defeats. Representing Team Gladiator, it's Tom Pedreno! And his opponent in the red corner, also weighing in at 70 kilograms with a record of 1 win and no defeats. Representing Blackledge MMA, Reece Ackers! Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Trevor Phillips.
About to get our 5th contest underway here at Celtic Gladiators 19 in Manchester. Reece Ackers in the camouflage shorts, Tom Pedreno in the black. Ackers fighting out of the well-regarded Blackledge MMA Academy. Pedreno coming to us from Poland. The team, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name. I am going to attempt it. Banachilic. Hopefully I didn't offend any of our Polish viewers with that horrible pronunciation, but there we go. So Pedreno, which is a very un-Polish sounding name, in on the takedown attempt there.
He actually originates from France.
Huh.
But yeah, he's looking for a takedown now, but Reece Ackers, doing a good job preventing him with that underhook blocking his face. But he's going to try and get the underhook a little bit more deeper and use that to turn himself off the cage. Good knee. But seeing how he's trying to work that underhook in, he needs to get a little bit deeper and use that to turn himself off the cage. Tom doing a good job applying a lot of pressure here, but obviously not doing a lot of work. The ref's looking on here, telling him to do more action. In that knee there, just glanced Tom's face. Yeah, I thought the referee, good job there. Get some more action here. Tom trying a flashy scissor kick. That's the 3rd time we've seen that one tonight.
There's a lot of scissor kicks tonight. Not sure why that is. Seems to be the move of the moment. I guess things kind of
Reece Ackers
go in phases.
Reece is just hunting down his opponent here. Tom's trying to keep him at bay, but I have a feeling that something's going to unload soon. A couple of nice strong leg kicks.
Ackers for the head kick there, but just a little bit short. But I know what you mean, Brad. It feels like something's kind of poised to explode, and maybe this is the start of it here as these two get into a flurry, exchange some hands.
Yeah, he's not like, Tom didn't like those kicks to the leg. He switched briefly there to southpaw, and now he's gone back to his natural stance.
Yeah, I see Pedreno, he's bringing his leg up, but he's not checking the kick. He's kind of going with the kick, like letting his leg go a little floppy, what they call loosey-goosey,
yeah.
but...
Good strength there by Reece to turn him off without using that good left underhook. Now he's got his Tom up against the cage. He wants to get him flat, which he does. Looking to control a bit of position. Doesn't have the underhook. Got to be careful with that.
What does the underhook do for him in this position? Are we talking about the right arm or the left arm of...
well, obviously now, see, the underhook is, now he's getting it back now. He's on the right-hand side here. With his right arm, he wants to be under the armpit, and that controls the position. If he loses that position, Tom has a good chance of coming out the back, going for a single leg or coming out. So it's really a good controlling position.
So this is the thing that keeps him pinned to the floor?
Yeah, so now at the moment, now he doesn't have the underhook, but he's using his head as effectively the same thing. Looking possibly for an arm triangle. But he needs to try and cut past the half guard as well.
Looks like Pedreno's working his way back to full guard maybe. Can't quite see what's going on with his right leg. certainly keeping the half guard in place.
Yeah, Tom needs to. You see his back is very flat. You know, and you're not really going to be getting up. Maybe try to elevate him a little bit with the half guard. But also, all Tom is doing is holding him on top of him. He's holding Reece on top of him, so he's not creating any space to be able to get up.
If I look at Pedreno's feet here, he's halfway to a lockdown position. Sort of a lockdown. He's let it go now, but he was in there. He was kind of halfway between regular half guard and kind of a lockdown half guard, but doing nothing with it.
Yeah, it's just kind of. He's just stale in that position there, just trying to keep safe, but he's losing a round because of that. The first fight of the pro card actually going to the second round.
Five fights in. This is our first fight going to the second round.
All pro fights are 3 5-minute rounds with 4-ounce gloves, where the amateur fights are 3 3-minute rounds with 8-ounce gloves.
And of course here also they can use elbow strikes, standing elbow strikes on the floor, knees to the head, standing, things that aren't allowed in amateur competition.
Elbows as well, yeah.
Elbows are a game changer, aren't they? Once elbows come in, especially if you're on bottom taking elbows, that's a pretty bad place to be.
There's still some shows that don't allow elbows because they cause a lot of cuts because they're very sharp. And sometimes a fight can be stopped because of a cut, but not necessarily because the guy's losing the fight as such.
Yeah.
But for me, like I say, I like all aspects of fighting. I think anything should be allowed within reason. Obviously, no eye gouging or biting. I mean, I was a big fan of the old Pride rules where you can soccer kick and stuff like that.
Yeah, Pride FC was something special. Sometimes I feel a little bit sorry for MMA fans that are coming up now, like the younger kids that are coming into it now, the younger guys coming in. You know, Pride in its heyday was really something special.
They don't know about Vanderlei Silva back in those days.
Something else, man. Really. And even before that, as Pride came along, before the Vale Tudo scene in Brazil as well, some of the fights in those days as well were just insane. Actually, a lot of that you can find on your...
Oh, that's a good left hook there. He's going in for guillotine. He's gone into the man position. That's quite tight.
That looks pretty deep.
He's got to keep a constant squeeze that he keeps. Let's see him. He's squeezing and letting go, squeezing and letting go. So he was tight, but he couldn't maintain a squeeze. That's what I always say with every guillotine. You've got to have a tough enough squeeze that you can maintain, not squeeze with all your might and stop after 10 seconds.
You can see Tom Blackledge there in the background.
Obviously now he's in a very dominant position because of that. Now let's see if he can work some ground and pound. Wants to try and maybe get a bit of posture up here to get some significant sort of strikes in.
I'm looking at his coach here, Tom Blackledge, and Blackledge is calling for him to post up on his arm and then drop into the elbows, which is certainly something that's going to do some damage if you can just find a space to do it. Very clear, concise corner work coming from Blackledge here. Very experienced guy, Tom Blackledge. Not a guy to lose his mind in the heat of battle, and here he's calling out instructions to his fighter.
It is important to have a good corner team, one you're very, familiar with, a good voice that you'll be hearing on a day-to-day basis in the gym. Good little reversal there by Tom. Now Reece needs to try and get his back to the cage and get back up. Good elbow. Pedreno doing a good job here. Get some good elbows, obviously. Some really good ground and pound here as well. Oh, got to be careful that, no, he's fine. Didn't land.
Pedreno threw the kick and then looks at the referee.
Probably heard me talking about the Pride rules.
A slight relapse into the days of Vale Tudo there. Sort of caught both fighters by surprise.
Like to see Reece Ackers get a little bit more busy on top, trying to get a bit of posture, get some ground and pound in. He's got to be careful when he's leaving his arms too much on the mat. Tom Pedro just kind of like getting crushed up against the cage here. Nice little elbow on the inside there. Used that elbow then to be able to pass the half guard. But see, he's got half guard, but he doesn't have the underhook either. But obviously Pedreno. Not noticing now, maybe don't even know about the gap or the underhook. Trying to create a bit of space.
It doesn't seem particularly active on bottom Pedreno. He seems like he can kind of hold things down and stall the fight, but not particularly active in terms of submissions or threats or escapes or reversals, apart from the hip bump we saw earlier.
Obviously it looks like he knows some things, but I don't think he's well versed on the floor, because at the moment now you see him here, he's holding the back of the head, just holding himself down. Actually now he's... No, that was me thinking he was trying to fish for another.
Yeah, I thought the same, but no.
But
he seems fairly content to just kind of
stay down here. But when you're staying down on your back, you know, like it's not a jiu-jitsu match. In here, you're losing. You know, top time is scored very well in MMA.
But even if this was a jiu-jitsu match, I'm not seeing the things from him that would break the stalemate in the jiu-jitsu match, really.
He's got to be careful with his posture. There you go.
Certainly.
Decided to go back into guard, trying to eat more of that clock away. Nice little elbow on the inside there. 10 seconds left of the round. Can't see much happening in the last 10 seconds. So we go to a third and final round.
Not really been a busy night for the ring card girls tonight, has it? This is the first time that number 3 has come out of its box on this pro card. Both fighters giving each other the thumbs up here at the start of this third and final round. Let's see if one of them can find something big and decisive in this final 5 minutes.
Yeah, one big shot here could really change the course of this fight. Good little overhand left. Oh, he's throwing some heat here. Pedreno is throwing some heat. It forced Reece Ackers to go for a takedown.
Looked like he caught Ackers with a knee to the head there as Ackers came in for that shot, but doesn't seem to be any ill effects for Ackers. Ackers in top position here.
Yeah, I think he's just happy here now just to keep it here. You know, on the back, he just trying to get his wits about him. I think he got caught with a couple of good shots. Trying to compose himself now, but I'd like to see him get a bit of push here and get some ground and pound. Tried to look to pass it to half guard. But really, Tom Pedreno is not. He's got no answers to get back to his feet. He's got closed guard. It's not open at all. He's just like he's saying, just staying down there, like, hoping maybe for the refs to stand them up. He needs to open his guard, tries to get his knee in, create a bit of space.
Yeah, this is purely defensive, and there's a stand-up, purely defensive work on the bottom.
But you can't always rely on the ref to stand you up.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's strange because I would assume that he knows he must be down on the scorecards. I don't know why he would be happy to occupy that bottom position, but now here he is in the top position and a chance for him to get some payback. So let's see what he does with it.
We're back into the same position.
Same position, but mirror image, different way around.
Reece Ackers back on top again, just raining down punches.
My mistake. I don't know what was
that, to be honest, they look very similar.
It was the tattooed arms that confused me.
But now the guard Jäger now is going for a body. For me, this is so defensive. When you're body triangling like, you're just literally locking your opponent on you. You got no submissions. You know, unless you feel like you can knock someone out from the back, from your back. For me, it's a pointless position.
It is extremely unlikely that he's going to make him tap with a body triangle from bottom position. Squeeze the gas out of him.
He's just like I say, he's just keeping on top. Now he's opening his guard again.
Actually, when somebody takes you back, the body triangle is a killer position, but not from underneath, not from bottom guard.
Maybe trying to set up a triangle here. Good wrist control.
I'm not sure
control
that he is.
The posture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pushing that wrist.
Pushing in the art, but obviously Reece spotted that and managed to pass through the half guard. Nicely done there by Reece. Maybe trying to look to set up an arm triangle. I think he's just content with getting his top time.
Yeah, Pedreno needs to be very, very careful what he's doing with his left arm there because he's setting himself up for the arm triangle. He's got full guard back.
Reece Ackers is not pretty, but he's getting the job done. He's grinding it out. Getting it out. Oh, you got to be careful with the elbow. Good little switch of hips there. Wants to get back in. He's got to be careful of the triangle. Doesn't let thing lifts up.
Looked like he was diving himself into a triangle there. Wants to be careful with that. Kicks to Pedreno there for having a nerve to try and try.
Yeah, with that sort of space there between it, so I would like to see Tom Pedreno get back to his feet or even use the cage or do something to get back up. He's losing the fight here, just top time here, just like the round's getting away from him.
Got about 30 seconds left in the round.
I've got a feeling you might see the most action ever now in the last 10 seconds. It always seems to be the way. He's looking to pass, pushing the knee down. 10 seconds. He's going to do anything. No, he's pretty trapped up now. He's a bit of a stalemate position. End of the round. End of the third and final round. I believe Reece Ackers did enough to get the win here tonight.
Should be a unanimous decision in Reece Ackers' favour.
Some good spells by Tom Pedreno, but mainly on the feet. But when he got taken down, he had no answers to get back to his feet at all. And I feel that the clock just went away from him. He was too busy relying on the referee for the stand-up.
Where did you go for a piss before?
I went right out.
Oh, really? There's got to be somewhere back there.
It's fun, I'll do next.
Another hardball contest inside the cage, ladies and gents. Can I get a round of applause, please? ladies and gentlemen, in our 13th contest of the evening. It has gone down once again to the judges' scorecards. However, it is a unanimous decision. To the red corner, Reece Ackers!
Good win there by Reece.
Congratulations, Reece Ackers, and congratulations, the Black Ledge MMA.
Moves to 2-0.
Commiserations to Tom Pedreno of Hard-Fought Battle.
I can take the pain. I'm gonna go down swinging.